So I don't know exactly how to say this stuff because it's like kind of personal and deep. Um, but I wanted to touch on a few things here based on the current events in my day today, just to kind of like show you guys where I'm at and how much I actually appreciate you guys being here and looking at my work on my little $8 microphone. It means a lot to me, and I'm just miserable today. Like, I woke up and it was like I felt fine. Like, I'm doing a lot better now than I was, but it's still just, I don't know. There's a lot of questionables going on with my health and my what I'm actually experiencing still. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that because it runs really deep and it leaves me feeling like someone knows something. Do you see what I'm saying about what's going on here? And I can't help but point the fingers to what's recently gone on, but it doesn't it doesn't necessarily feel like it's coming from anywhere else. No, do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so like I just broke down this morning really bad. I was like, God, I just really didn't want to cry again, because it's been daily since like November. And it really tears me apart because I don't think people really understand that. It's like, yeah, sure, cheat, have an affair, lie, steal. I mean, I don't know. There's a certain level that gets crossed, though, when you become a victim, I feel, of being, what I feel happened was I was supposed to die that night, and I didn't. I thoroughly felt in my chest like everything was aligned to take me down, and in that fashion, like, I don't know, I was really down and out, you guys, because of the whole situation. So it's not like I fell to the ground and I'm like, oh, let's call 911 and save Matthew's life. At the time I was like just holding on. Okay. So, and it was literally like this. I'm like probably pressing this way. I don't know, like on the ground in the fucking fetal position and shit. But like, back to the events of today, I just feel that I've been so thoroughly maligned, and it's like it's so hard to get out that door. And it's like, because there's so much evil in my life on the opposite side of that door, that I like just don't even want to go outside and go to work. And I just got done with the delivery. Surprise, surprise. I just, on top of this, I've been dealing with feelings again, and they've been just getting really worse. And I've been like trying to take care of it and stuff like that, but I'm like thoroughly like not myself when this stuff has happened. And when it did happen, no one believed me, and like I don't care because I've legitimately like done detox things to like get things to come out of me. And I know it sounds really fucking disgusting, right? But my honest to God's opinion is I think it's everyone out here that needs to detoxify, because what I think that the demonology side, or one of the demonology sides of the Bible was talking about of that cleansing, was legitimately getting rid of parasites, because there's nothing new underneath the sun. They use witchcraft, they use all these tools to like press it upon us, but who knows what we all have in and around and on our bodies. I mean, they're just fucking whatever. They're just trying to annihilate us all. But you have to stay smart, I think, through those things, and you have to stay vigilant, because all of this, I mean, especially through like narcissism and the abuse, it causes a person to be hyper vigilant and experience hyper arousal and all of this kind of stuff, right? And all of that actually is maligning your character, and they know it, because your character is somebody else. You would have been and chosen differently. You see what I'm saying? If you didn't and weren't being pushed, aligned, manipulated, what have you. So, all of that aside, I just wanted to say that my day today, I've been experiencing just, I'm going out of my mind with how to get out of this, because I need somebody to help me. Because, like I said, like, I've gone through this stuff before. I was homeless. I fucking got out of it. I got enough money put together to, like, really attack it, really get out of it, like, for good. And then now I'm placed in a position where I've been just maligned too strategically. Do you see what I'm saying? And so when these people did these things to me without my whereabouts, until it became my whereabouts and it became my business, basically, because it took away, it's probably has already costed me, just in the time of like the maligning, the not accepting orders, to the more money I have to spend on whatever. I'm serious, like, it's probably costing me at least 10 grand, if not closer to 15 or 20, like, through the period of time. See what I'm saying? Like, that is not just something to be like, oh, that's just a little, that's not much. When you need these things in life to be like your support system is and should be intact for you, your body and mind counts on these things to be intact. And so when they're not, it throws you off. You're done. You're not in that certain mind frame that you need to be in to continue pressing forward in your own life. And so one of the things I've been experiencing this past week is like this, like imagine there being a such thing as a parasite, okay? And now imagine it's in my head, like directly, like, let's say 2-3 inches behind here, and it's constantly doing this. It's constantly doing this. And now I'm getting these headaches that are just like, they're phenomenal, because they actually don't feel like regular headaches. They feel like my head, my actual internal head, is being cut up inside. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's a difference between, oh, I need Tylenol or ibuprofen to like cure a little bit of a headache, or it's like, and it's not like I have been doing a lot of coffee. I have been doing more coffee, but it's not like that type of headache either. Like a crash, a caffeine crash. I need caffeine, otherwise this headache isn't gonna go away. Yeah, sometimes that's the case, because you do sometimes indulge and have too much coffee. But you always have to remember to keep drinking water. Anyway, beyond that, which I'm doing, I mean, a fair share amount. I'm trying to take care of myself and keep myself alive, right, through all of this. And then, but it's just the fact that, like, I don't know if you can see this, but like, my head is like sinking in now, and it always had that, like, this tinge over, because of something that happened to me as a kid that was also just as fucking maligning, obviously. But now it's like really bad, and like I'm like worried that because of this, I'm gonna die. You know, like, and it's nothing I did. You see what I'm saying? It's nothing I did to me. or that I would deserve, or that anybody else would deserve to have upon them. Do you see what I'm saying? But it's something that has been, I believe, personally, put upon me with absolution and aim of me. And that is with why I'm trying to go into these places that are just about a character of an emotion, or of a placement, or of something kind of constricting as far as how I've been and how my life has turned out. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it's I'm coming in there and I want to be peaceful and I'm kind of bashful at first. I don't know. I have a spirit about me when I'm feeling great, when I'm not feeling maligned. I have a spirit about me when I am maligned. I'm like, holy fuck, don't wait. Just gotta fucking cut her this motherfucker out, but otherwise I'm fine, and it's this narcissistic abuse just maligns you so bad, where it's your reality, your mind, everything inside of it is just twisted all the time. Twisted all over the place, right? And then how do you get back to that square root of who you wanted to be in the first place? When I think about driving 70 miles per hour right into his head, but that's just it. That's not me. It's ruinous to my perception of me. It's placing me inside of that framework that they needed me to be in, so that they can get their satisfaction. How bad that they got to do that to you. Let's just make sure this motherfucker's in this frame. We're gonna set up all these parts and pieces. Just make sure that he's there. Yeah, make sure that I'm there, all right. I mean, whatever. I was just about to do something that's kind of funny, but just the baseball bat and back, it's just fucked up to think that that's how much that these people want for those things to happen, so that you're in that box that they needed you to be in the first place. They put you in that box to be in the first place, so that once you're in that box, there's no getting out. You know what I mean? And they don't want you to get out of that box, because if they can keep you there and keep twisting you into there, you're gonna stay locked in that place. And now in my life, I'm I don't even care. I don't even care how it sounds, because this has been a long time coming for me to be able to come out here and say this stuff, or do anything, I should say, as far as my heart's work and what I've wanted to do with my actual life. But now, the point also is that I'm trying to make there, within my work, is that all of it is maligned. Every single last bit of it is... It's not original anymore. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not, and it couldn't resemble even the origination of the ideas that I would have had. They're maligned by design as well, through narcissistic abuse, covert narcissistic abuse, and constant, I might add, relentless attacks on my character, financially depleting me, causing me more riddle and distress. I'm in distress enough already, being that these things could be from somebody, somewhere, somebody else, somehow, or maybe it's I have no idea. All I know is that nobody who is anybody who is trying to do anything with their life should have ever had the kind of experience I've had, trying to just come up. That's it. just to be able to do something like this. So, with that being said, there's so many pieces that I've missed with what I wanted to actually say, but I try my very best to get through that thought process, and sometimes, you guys, it's just really fucking hard. My mind is literally not working right. Yeah, it's not working right. I'm trying really hard though, and I think if you really support me and you really are looking at my work, you will really see that through all of that, you'll hear all of the maligned work, but through all of that blind work, you will hear the actual hard work that I've been doing and having to do since I felt that these narcissistic abuse situations that were happening to me were going way too far, and I didn't know how to stop it. And I just felt like if that's how small someone wants to make me feel, how belittled someone wants to make me feel, then I am nothing to them. And it's made me feel, and I think through smear campaign or thinking bribery and stuff like that, or what have you, that it's been pressed upon other people, or it's been pushed in a certain fashion to where it is also triangulation and worse to actually take my character and make sure that this man is broken forever and that he is dead, internally. See what I'm saying? And that is what I consider called spirit cooking, or something along the lines of satanic ritual abuse in a covert fashion that can be taken into your life, being that you come with good intention, good spirit, and even, none of us are perfect, but even if you're not, you still try and take yourself from a place to go forward, not to go backwards, while somebody that could be working and is working in iniquities, who is hacking you, who is able to get inside of that information, can then utilize that information to twist you just that much worse. And that is with where I'm trying to go with my information and with what I'm trying to say in my work here and there, is because no, this motherfucker does not get away with having a encouraged sexual advancement plan or plot, or whatever you'd want to call it, and being sexually aggressive, I should say, in my life in that fucked up way. Because that's totally misaligning me. And it's totally going above who I am as a person to do so. And it's totally making me feel like I have every right to take it to those levels. Do you see what I'm saying? Because of all of the long-standing abuses that it would subjugate me through. I'm legitimately feeling like I'm going that shit because of this motherfucker. But see, that's just it. Who would know the difference, right? The one that does is the Lord, and I ask for those answers all of the time, and every fucking signal in a frequency that I can potentially feel tells me I am exactly right. This motherfucker needed me dead and down and out in the worst ways. So, without a further ado, thank you so much for supporting me in my content. It means the world to me right now, because of what I've had to go through, what I grew up from, and then with what I just found out of a whole bunch of whys. I have a resolve in that way at all for my love life. Peace.